Enchiladas are awesome, but they can also be kind of a pain to make, especially if you're a novice cook or you've never made this classic Mexican dish before. I mean, you've got to fill and roll the corn tortillas one after the other, all while making sure the one before it doesn't unfurl like some crazy flag flopping in the wind. There's got to be a better way. And there is. That's because today I'm going to show you how to make an enchilada casserole that has all the great flavor of an enchilada, but with none of the stress and none of the hard work of making it. It comes together in about half an hour and it is absolutely delicious. You can even make it in a toaster oven. By the end of this video, you'll know how to make enchiladas the easy way. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And yes, today we are making an enchilada casserole. It is really so easy. All you need is an oven, even a toaster oven. So if you're watching this from like a dorm or just a small apartment with just a toaster oven, you can make this dish. It feeds quite a few people and it's a one dish recipe. All you need is a nice casserole dish just like this. Corningware for the win. By the way, you might notice I love Corningware, the vintage stuff. I use it all the time. I will be making a video at some point on the wonderful attributes of this stuff. But for now, let's make an enchilada casserole in it. Here's what you'll need to make this. You'll need some corn tortillas, some cheese, your choice. You can use this or you can use like a Monterey Jack cheese. Some enchilada sauce. This is red, but you can also use green. We've got some green chili peppers, some olives, and hey, look at this, a shallot. Yes, I've got a leftover shallot here. You might remember from my last video I did on shallots versus onions. You can obviously use an onion for this recipe, but I had one of these left over, and this is going to provide kind of a milder taste than an onion. You can also use meat like shredded chicken or ground beef, but it has to be cooked, okay? So if you decide to put meat in this, just make sure it's cooked beforehand. Okay, time for assembly. I am using 12 of these corn tortillas. You can use white or yellow corn tortillas. And the first thing we're going to do is take some of our enchilada sauce and just pour a bit right here in our casserole dish. This is going to be for the to coat the first tortilla. And all we're going to do is take your first tortilla, just kind of coat it, flip it over on both sides. Now we're going to take the enchilada sauce, most of it, leave a little bit in the can, pour it into a separate dish, and here goes the assembly line. So take a tortilla, drench it on both sides just like this, and then lay it right over the other tortilla. And we are going to do our base of 4 corn tortillas just like this. So here we go. If you're using larger corn tortillas, you would, obviously just use whatever's going to fill the bottom of the plate. But our first layer is done, and we're going to do 3 layers in all. But here's what we do. So we got our tortillas that are soaked in this wonderful red chili sauce, and we are going to take some olives. I'm just going to scoop some olives right over here. We're going to take some green chili peppers. These are just kind of mild. They're not very hot. And then a few of our shallots. And again, if you're using onions, that's totally fine. And then finally, the cheese. We can't forget the cheese. That's really what makes an enchilada an enchilada. Just take a nice handful of cheese and rain it on down right over these tortillas. Make it rain, baby. Okay, now we're just going to repeat this process until all 12 tortillas are layered. We're just going to do 4, 4, and 4. So here we go. That, lay it over. This is such a great dish to make because, you know, it can feed a family. You can even get the family involved in making it. You know, you can have the kids kind of like bathe these tortillas in the sauce if you want. You know, it can be a really kind of a fun activity. And again, this is just so easy to make. It really comes together so quickly. So there we go. Our next layer is done, and we're just going to rinse and repeat. And yes, I know I'm making a bit of a mess on my stove, but you know what? That's what cleaner is for. Now again, if you wanted like chicken enchiladas, you would just put some shredded chicken into this layering, just like I'm doing now. But again, make sure the meat is cooked. Okay, then some more cheese. Make it rain. This is the best part. My dog is here again. He's smelling this and he's getting just as hungry as I am. Okay, and we'll just do the last layer just like this. Like I say, rinse and repeat. Yesterday I was prepping this recipe and I was doing a run through, and I actually used green enchilada sauce, and boy was that fantastic. I mean, if you kind of like that salsa verde type sauce, green enchiladas are just terrific as well. So really your choice, red, green, try them both. Okay, just like that. Now I know we have a little bit of sauce left, so we are just going to kind of pour this over any remainder you have. This also makes a really good kind of a dip for chips. Okay, then finally for this last top layer, we'll do the same thing. Some shallots, some chilies, some olives, whatever you like. And then finally our last round of cheese. Make this a good one. Just pile that cheese on top. Almost as if you were building a pizza. Just like that. That's it. Now we're just going to pop it in the oven. Okay, our 20 minutes are up. It's smelling great in here. It is time to remove. Don't forget those gloves. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh my gosh. Check this out. Oh, does this look amazing or what? That cheese is nice and bubbly and brown, and I can just see that sauce bubbling. This is going to be amazing. Now, I know you're probably going to want to dig into this right away, but just let it rest for just a few minutes. That's going to kind of let all that cheese and all that sauce just kind of come together and be really happy and make cutting it up and removing it a little bit easier. So just give it a few minutes. One thing we will do while it's resting, and this is totally optional, but I just like the extra kind of flavor it gives and the visual presentation, is just add a little bit of cilantro. So we're just going to kind of put this right over the top, and that's going to give this a nice pop of green and just a little bit of extra flavor. If you're not huge on cilantro, I get it. You can also try some fresh parsley or just kind of leave it as is, or even put some chopped chilies on top. But either way, it's going to be delicious. Okay, my mouth is watering. I can't wait any longer. Let's cut this thing up and give it a try. So I just got a metal spatula here. And I realize, you know, this does not look like your normal plate of enchiladas. Honestly, it's a little bit messy, but oh, it's going to be so delicious. So we'll just kind of cut a square here, put our spatula under, and lift out. That cheese is just gooing. I could see all this steam coming up. And here we go. We got this beautiful steaming enchilada casserole. This looks so, so good. All right, let's see how it tastes. That is an enchilada. It doesn't necessarily look like an enchilada, but it tastes like an enchilada, and it was so easy to make. This is wonderful, and I hope you give it a try as well. This can also be refrigerated, and it reheats really easily, so it's great for lunch the next day if you don't eat it all for dinner. there may not be any left over tomorrow. So there you go. There's how to make a quick and easy enchilada casserole in about half an hour with just a few ingredients, and you can tailor this to whatever taste you like. Please do give it a try. Let me know what you think. I really think you'll like it. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so glad that you are here. As always, if you have any comments, a recipe request, request on how a certain type of kitchen tool works, put that in the comments below and maybe I'll make a video on it in the future. Until next time, I hope that you want to cook.